Oh, hey, what's up, guys? It's time for the show. I'm going to watch. Let's start the show. All right. We got some good stuff coming up this Tuesday. For starters, we have The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, hold up, I got something on here. As you know, there's quite a few releases. We've got the standard release, which comes with the Blu Ray and DVD. And then there's one that comes with a 3D copy. That's the same cover art. It's kind of lame. I prefer my 3D edition to have different artwork and a lenticular slip. That's just what I prefer. There's also the Electro Bust, which hopefully I should have that on Tuesday. So look for that in the Blu-ray mission. There's no steelbook. I don't know why that is, but there is a Magno case from Best Buy, which is just like a thin digipack. It's dumb. I don't like digipacks. I like the digibooks. I don't like digipacks. I feel like they're a little flimsy. And then there's also a 3D version of that. So, I mean, it's the same thing, just different color border. There's also a Target exclusive with a bonus disc. And there is a Walmart exclusive that comes with a lunchbox. Volts box. Whatever the hell that is. It looks like a poker chip box. So if you're into that one, I'm going to be fine with the Electro case. The other one I think I have a standard copy coming just because of the posters that I wanted. So, I mean, I guess that's just a for UV code for you guys. So, Spider-Man 2 UV code coming Tuesday. Look for it. Okay, we've also got Toy Story of Terror. It's Toy Story short. I'm very excited to see this. Anything Toy Story, I'm there. Toy Story is the shit for me. Okay, so if you like a different movie by Pixar, you know what? That's alright, because all the Pixar movies are good. Well, all the ones that, except for Brave. I wasn't that big on Brave. It was just alright to me. Anyways, back on topic. Once Upon a Time, I believe this is the complete third season. The Flintstones, the 1994 movie with John Goodman and Halle Berry. Ooh, the sexy Halle Berry. Oh yeah. Then we have Charlie Chaplin's Mutual Comedies from 1916 to 1917. That was a long ass fucking time ago. Boardwalk Empire, the complete fourth season. I've been really wanting to get into this show. You know, it's kind of like Sopranos, but during the Prohibition era, from what I heard. So I'm just going to wait for a complete series box set to come out. That way I'm going to pay $60 per set on something and end up paying more for it. What else do we have here? We've got Revolution, the complete series, The Sacrament, The Quiet Ones, Rosemary's Baby, Season 1, Jarhead 2. I don't even think I've seen Jarhead 1. And that is it for Tuesday. So they're going to reboot Texas Chainsaw Massacre again. So this is going to be, I believe, the third franchise. You had the original franchise, you had the Michael Bay franchise, you had the new one, which was just one. So this is the fourth time they're redoing it. Now, the original was kind of, it was alright for me. I mean, probably for 1974, it was alright. The Michael Bay ones, I liked. I also liked part 2 of the original one. That was a really good, it was a little more comedy, but I still liked it. I haven't seen part 3 or part 4. I did watch both the two released in the early 2000s. The ones by Michael Bay. I thought those were decent. I don't know why they didn't continue on that storyline. There was nothing wrong. Well, I mean, except for the fact that he didn't have an arm from the first one. But they still could have. They could have done movies in between the beginning and then the 2003 one. And then you have Texas Chainsaw 3D, which was a piece of shit, but wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was okay. I didn't like that they tried to erase like all the other stuff. There's supposed to be a direct sequel to the original one, when the sequel to the original one was just fine, and to me probably is the best Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie out there. So, yeah, what the hell were these people thinking? And they're going to remake it again. I mean, that's because it's guaranteed money. But they should have never remade the last one, reboot, whatever the fuck it was. They should have just continued with the movies that they had going. And while we're on the subject of horror movies, January 2nd, we're supposed to get another Amityville horror movie. While I did like the last one with Ryan Reynolds, so, I mean, is it really necessary? We've gotten one probably less than 10 years ago. I think the last one came out 2005 or 2006. So then rebooting it again, I don't know what that's about, but you know, I don't care. I'll give it a shot. I like scary movies like this. And it has Jennifer Jason Leigh. Every Jennifer Jason Leigh movie that I've seen, she gets naked. That's just like her thing. Even in Weeds, she got ran in by Andy on the washing machine. That's just her calling card. Anytime I see her in the credits, Jennifer Jason Leigh, oh, boom. Instant nudity. And then Sinister 2 starts filming next week. I like the original Sinister. It was a real surprise to me. It had Ethan Hawke. It had a weird little premise to it, you know. Shit that's evil inside of video or on film or whatever the fuck it was. It was good stuff. Mr. Boogie was pretty creepy looking. I liked it. So I'm definitely welcoming this sequel. Alright, so more Power Rangers talk. July of 2016 is the original or the official release date. Now again, if they are basing this on fucking Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, Power Rangers Megaforce, Samurai, or whatever the hell they have going on now, I don't care. If it's not the original series, I don't care. I prefer to have the original characters, but if that doesn't happen, that's fine as long as they use the original story, you know, the Dino Morphers. You know, they take from that era, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We don't need Zeo or any other that weird-ass shit. You need Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And I have no problem with the Black Ranger being black and the Yellow Ranger being yellow. The only problem I have with the Yellow Ranger is that the Yellow Ranger, during the Yellow Power Ranger scenes, was actually a boy. And what else? His name was Boy. That's the only thing that weirded me out about the Yellow Ranger. Then we have news for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Guardians of the Galaxy, which is my shit, by the way. You guys gotta go see it if you haven't already seen it. The director says Thanos might be in it, he might not be in it. If he plays an important part, then he'll be in it. If not, then he's not in it. Which does make sense to me, because how are you going to have Guardians of the Galaxy, which I think is the last movie before Avengers Age of Ultron, or, not Avengers Age of Ultron, excuse me, Avengers 3. So, wouldn't you kind of have Guardians and Thanos tie into that? Maybe not. You know, Marvel knows what the fuck they're doing. They haven't messed up yet. So, you know, whatever they do is fine. But the director did say that Jason of Spartax is not Star-Lord's dad. After I watched the movie, I went and looked it up. So if you read the comics, prepare for a change. I didn't read the comics, so I kind of welcome that change, especially after the movie was so good. Whatever they want to do it. I'm ready to hear Awesome Mix Volume 2. And then lastly from Marvel, there's been a lot of talk of Inhumans, which is like supposed to replace X-Men. Since they can't use the X-Men in their movies, they're going to use the Inhumans. I didn't really read about the Inhumans. I seen the DVD at Best Buy. You know, I might pick that up just to see what it's about, because I know nothing about Inhumans. When I was younger, I didn't read too many of the comics outside of the bigger comics. You know, I read X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman. Spawn was big when I was younger. I read a little bit of the Turtles. You know, just the main stuff. I didn't read Iron Man or Captain America or Hulk. I think I did read a couple Fantastic Four issues, but usually it was, most of my knowledge from the comics comes from the animated series, because in the 90s you had an animated series for everything. So that's what I'm used to. There was no Inhumans on TV. I didn't really even see them in the comics that I read. So I am going into this blind, just like Guardians of the Galaxy, which paid off. So hopefully Inhumans pays off, if it's true. And then there's also the Doctor Strange. There's more stuff. Unofficial confirmations about Doctor Strange. I don't really care about Doctor Strange either. That one I really just don't care. It's not that I don't have an opinion on him. I just don't care about him. So apparently Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles made $65 million this past week, which is a lot more than I thought it was going to make. But, you know, all the sheep flocking in to go see this movie and then clogging my Instagram feed and my Twitter feed. Oh, it's so awesome. These are the same people who haven't even seen the original one, so you don't tell me about fucking awesome until you've at least seen the original one. Anyways, in theaters this week, we've got The Expendables 3, which a lot of people are complaining because it goes from PG-13, or it goes from rated R to PG-13. That I don't really care about, because they had digital blood anyways. I don't understand why that's such a big deal. It looks kind of dumb. It looks like thick wine or something like that. But anyways, that's not my problem with this movie. I'm probably going to go see this. The thing I don't like from the last movie to this movie is the lack of Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know, I know what happens to him in part 2, but, you know, it still would have been nice. I mean, he returns in Universal Soldier, okay? But I am excited to see Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes team up. I've been waiting for a Demolition Man 2, The Return of Simon Phoenix. Yes, I just made that title up. And yes, I hope Warner Bros. Gets their ass on that sequel. I mean, Stallone is making sequels for all his other movies. Why can't we get a sequel to Demolition Man, which I think was one of his greatest movies of all time? Now, we also have The Giver. Anybody who went to elementary school probably knows what The Giver is, or you may have read it. I didn't read The Giver in school. All the classes, like, you know, the classes around me, they read the book, but our class did not. We read, what's it? It's about World War II. The girl, she's Jewish, but she's hiding with her German family. I can't think what it's called. I want to say no, that's not it. So, anyways, also there is Let's Be Cops, which I have zero interest in seeing. This movie doesn't look funny. The only thing that looks funny to me is how much Damon Wayans Jr. looks like his dad. That's the only thing that's funny. Why would you want to dress up and be a cop? That's dumb. Alright, so on November 11th, we've got a 25th anniversary of Tim Burton's 1989 Batman. Unless there's like some kind of all new special features, I'll probably pass on this. Even if it has special features, I'll probably pass. Even when the Dark Knight Ultimate Trilogy came out, I got it, and then I realized the only thing that was different on it than what I already have was the disc, the bonus features disc. So they just got rid of it. I already have 2 editions. 3. I got the Steelbook, the Digibook, and then the Batman Complete Collection. Don't really need a 25th anniversary edition. But if you like Batman, look out for it coming November. October 7th, The Edge of Tomorrow, starring Tom Cruise, is coming out. But it seems that they've changed the name of the movie. All the artwork on the Blu Rays that I've seen so far say Live, Die, Repeat. So I don't know if maybe this is an error for another country. You know, sometimes movies are called something different in other countries. But from everything I've seen, it's called Live, Die, Repeat. So I don't know if they changed the name of the movie or if that's what they just put on the cover art or what's going on. Mad Men, the final season, part 1, will be out October 21st. I haven't been watching this show. I have the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray. I watched 1 episode. Wasn't really into it, but you know, then again, that's how it was with The Walking Dead. That's how it was with Game of Thrones, Sopranos. The first episode never did it for me, so I'm probably going to sit down and watch it again to get into it. November 4th, Merlin the Complete series. So if you're a fan of that, you got the whole series. Boom. Binge watch in a few days. For all you guys that are fans of the 1987 bizarre horror movie, Necromantic, it will be getting a Blu-ray release. Yeah, I'll probably pick it up. I probably will. I'm going to tell you guys that now so you're not weirded out when I pick it up. Alright, so when the United States gets Steelbook releases, we always just get like random weird ones. You know, when they do like a group of them. So these are probably going to have no inside artwork, like always, or the plain inside artwork that the Anchor Bays did, which I don't mind. So November, I believe it is the 4th. November 4th, we've got a lineup of Steelbooks coming out. So I'm going to show you what they are on my computer screen. That way I don't got to do like some shitty cropped edited image over here in the corner of them. Because it never seems to want to do a full image this way. It only wants to do it this way. You guys that edit your videos know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to show you on my screen. Here's what we're looking at. This Psycho, that is one. It's kind of like a pink/red velvet color. Then you've got like an ice blue here for American Werewolf in London. Then we have Shaun of the Dead here, which is, it's kind of cool. Then we've got The Big Lebowski. I don't think it's as cool as the Real Heroes version. I think the Blues Brothers is better looking than the Real Heroes version. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, I'd say they're about even. But, that one is pretty cool. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, what a fucking weird movie that was. I think the key to that movie is you gotta be high on the shit that they're high on. And I can't even name half the shit that they did in that movie. So, I don't even know. Then we've got Scarface. Scarface is the coolest one so far. I already have 2 Scarface Steelbooks. All the Scarface Steelbooks seem to get cooler and cooler. Well, the original one is my favorite. The red one, the Real Heroes was okay, but this one, man, that's like a thing of beauty right there. Just look at that thing. Tell me you don't want to kiss that thing. If you don't, you're fucking lying. Alright, so my movie for 1994 is actually a tie. Tie is between The Lion King and Above the Rim. So, Above the Rim, I didn't watch only cartoons as a child. I watched all kinds of movies. In this movie, I watched a lot. I had the soundtrack. The soundtrack was fucking great. Huge fan of Tupac. Sorry, that's my phone that keeps going off. Huge fan of Tupac. I did like Dwayne Martin in here. This is one of his few movie roles. You can now see him on Real Husbands of Hollywood. He's married to Tisha Campbell from Martin. Anyways, watched this a lot. Basketball was big, you know, in the 90s because of Michael Jordan. It's always been big, though, but it was really big among mainstream movies. There was a lot of basketball movies in the 90s. You know, Shaq had a movie. Michael Jordan had a movie. I think this was the basketball movies of basketball movies. For the 90s, at least. I mean, I can really relate with this movie. I think that's what it is. Just really relate to the time period, the environment, all of that. And then we have The Lion King, because of course I was a kid at the time. So, this was my favorite Disney movie growing up. And it was Aladdin until this came out. So, for 2 years it was Aladdin. But then it went to this. Great movie. Great voice cast. The story is great. The sequel, I thought the sequel was okay. Lion King 1.5, fucking garbage. I wish it didn't exist, but it does, you know. Oh, that movie was a disaster. But anyways, before I drag on too much, 1994 is a tie. That's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed my belt buckle. It keeps me busy when I'm bored. You know, you're just standing in line, just spinning my WWE belt. Yep, that's what I'm doing. You know, if you're waiting for groceries or waiting to pay for movies or something, just spin it. Makes time go by faster. Actually, it doesn't. So, I guess while we're done talking about my belt here, I hope you enjoyed the show. And until the next time I see you, which should be Tuesday, you guys stay true. And you stay blue. And you make sure you check out my contest video, which the link is down below. Hope you guys win those prizes. So, now I really have to go. I hope I make it home tonight. I hope I make it home tonight.